Hi, my name is Artie and I'm trying to film a YouTube video. The audio is really bad and I must ask your forgiveness. I might also be really animative, get really Italian with my hands because I don't know what to do with them.
This is the Italian gesture, right? What does it mean?
Anyway, I've been trying to make a YouTube video since 2018, so that's 7 years. As you can see, I haven't really succeeded yet. That's 7 years of filming stuff, editing it, and then not uploading. Or maybe uploading and then being like, oh, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to, stop, don't. And then not doing it, So recently, this video popped up in my feed again.
Alright, so here we are in front of the elephants. Cool thing about these guys is that they have really long fronts, and that's cool. And that's pretty much all there is to say.
There's something very cathartic, or I don't know, there's something very intimate about the first video ever uploaded on YouTube. Just a guy at the zoo watching elephants. That's about it. He went to the zoo, he saw elephants with really long trunks, and he's sharing that with the world, So simple, so, I don't know, intimate. That is the sort of intimacy that YouTube was originally made for. I don't know, somewhere along the way from that day at the zoo to now in April of 2025, a lot of things changed. If you think back to the early 2010s and those people just sitting in their room with their webcam talking about things that they're passionate about with a handful of people. The joy of simply being in a community like that, the connection that you felt with random strangers on the internet, the fulfillment that you felt, it has completely been replaced by doom scrolling shorts alone in your living room sofa. It's kind of miserable, honestly. YouTube doesn't even bother showing you long form videos anymore. You go onto the homepage, the first thing they show you is shorts, and then you watch one and you doom scroll until it's 2 hours gone and you feel drained. At least I feel drained, like someone sucked out my fucking soul. As a creator, if you search how to create a YouTube channel, you are bombarded with 1,000 videos made by YouTube gurus whose entire channel about making a YouTube channel. Whether or not they ever created a successful YouTube channel outside of the how to create a YouTube channel niche is completely irrelevant. You would be bombarded with thousands of videos about equipment and microphones and expensive gear and top 10 lists and top 10 tips and the same recycled content thrown at you again and again and again. There's nothing that would actually help you make a YouTube channel. It's like an endless barrage of optimization, as if between you and your thoughts there needs to be thousands of dollars worth of equipment and a marketing degree. As I wrote down in my journal, the industrial complex of content creation has built itself like layers of sediment between our impulse to speak and the simple act of speaking itself. An entire economy of ring lights and microphones, of algorithms to be fed and metrics to be measured, until the very word content has hollowed itself into something that tastes of metal and boardroom meetings. I'm so much more eloquent on paper. When I speak, I sound like a fucking moron. What? The YouTube scene, as it is right now, doesn't really encourage you to be original or be there is no original thought. There's no creativity, there's no originality. Everybody is making what works for the algorithm. People remake videos, sometimes frame by frame, same exact thumbnail, same exact title. I don't know what to say. What's the point of making anything if all we're doing is chasing metrics? There's a constant talk about YouTube being oversaturated. When you have a platform that was supposed to be an alternative to the polished traditional media that was supposed to be amateur, made by people who love doing it. When you're promised that and you go to the YouTube For You page of 2025, you are bombarded with so much regurgitated content, so much unoriginality, so much formulaic shit. As a viewer, it does feel oversaturated. Like, how many a day in my life content can you watch before you explode? And it's not just YouTube, it's everywhere. It's on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever you go. It's all the same, just flashing lights and unending relentless brainrot content. All these flashing lights drove me to the most obscure corners of the internet, in search for some peace. And I went to Tumblr, the cockroach of the internet. A nuclear war could happen tomorrow and Tumblr would still be here. This is like the website that refuses to die. And you would know why it refuses to die when you actually start using it. There is no algorithm on Tumblr. It's weird to know, but Tumblr does not have an algorithm. The For You page on Tumblr is basically useless. You get content from people you follow, and when you reblock something, your followers get that content. Liking stuff doesn't do anything. There is no algorithm that sits there and sifts through what people like and suggests it. No, there's nothing. You get to see stuff from people you follow. People who follow you see your stuff that you post and reblog. That's it. And yet, being on Tumblr was, I would say, the best experience that I have had as a social media connoisseur. There's actually a sense of community still alive on Tumblr. I don't know, being on Tumblr reminded me of something that I had completely forgotten about. Human beings just talking about things they like. Believe it or not, people on Tumblr are still obsessed with the show Supernaturals. They're obsessed with the show Hannibal that got cancelled 1,000 years ago. And they're passionate about it. They make fan arts about it. They write fanfics about it. There's a thriving community of people that actually have something to say, and they say it to the same 13 people who follow them. There's no way for you to go viral on Tumblr, and yet there are people there just making content about the things that they're passionate about and talking about the things that they love with the same 10 people that actually care about what you have to say. It's not like YouTube where you get 1,000 views and they maybe watch halfway through your video and click off and nobody remembers you. You can actually form a community in the only place, probably the only place on the internet that does not have an algorithm. Tumblr used to be the toxic cancel culture place. It's as weird for me to say it as it is for you to hear it, but being on Tumblr truly reminded me that we have forgotten the you in YouTube, buried it under piles of sponsorship skills and ad revenue metrics until our voices have become echoes of an echo of an echo of an echo of an echo, each one polished than the last, each one more polished than the last. I'm really grateful to have stumbled across this video again. Again, making a video against the YouTube algorithm, talking about the merits of the algorithm ruining community. But I am thankful for the YouTube algorithm for putting the first video on my feed again, because I have decided to stop judging my words and my thoughts on likes and views and comments or any of those metrics, to not care if 1 million people watch it. I've decided to not care what other people think. So here it is, my letter into the void, 7 years too late and stripped of everything but the essential. Just one single human voice reaching out through the static, looking for not an audience, but a conversation.
I believe if there's any kind of God, it wouldn't be in any of us. Not you or me, but just this little space in between. If there's any kind of magic in this world, it must be in the attempt of understanding someone, sharing something. I know, it's almost impossible to succeed, but who cares, really? The answer must be in the attempt.